What if the reason you feel stuck isn't that you're lazy, but because you have unconsciously destroyed the habit of self-trust? Imagine you have a friend. Every week, this friend borrows money and promises to pay you back on Friday. Friday comes and they have an excuse. Next week, same thing. Eventually, you stop trusting them. You stop expecting anything from them. Now, look in the mirror. You are that friend, and you are also the bank. Here is the hard truth. You have a reputation with yourself, and right now it is in the gutter. You don't trust yourself to wake up, to work out, or to follow through. And because you don't trust yourself, you don't even try. If you are tired of living in the gap between who you could be and who you are acting like, stay right here. We are going to repair that relationship. We are going to build a fortress of discipline so strong that when you say you will do something, it is as good as done. Section 1. The diagnosis, the internal credibility score. Your brain is keeping a score you didn't even know existed. Welcome. Let's take a breath. We need to talk about why you are here. You probably think you have a motivation problem. You watch videos, you get hyped, you buy the planner, but 3 days later, the planner is empty and you are back on the couch. Why? It's because of your internal credibility score. Think of your self-trust like a credit score. Every time you set an alarm for 6 a.m. and hit snooze, your score drops 10 points. Every time you say, I'm going on a diet and eat the pizza, your score drops 20 points. Over the years of doing this, your score has hit 0. So now, when you say, I am going to change my life, your subconscious mind laughs at you. It says, no, you aren't. I know you. You are a liar. This sounds harsh, but we have to be honest to heal. The concept of delayed self-trust means understanding that trust is not a gift, it is a wage. You have to earn it back. You cannot just decide to be confident. You have to prove it to yourself, action by action, delay by delay. The moment you accept that your word has been broken, you gain the power to fix it. We stop looking for magic pills and we start looking for the glue to put the pieces back together. Section 2. The microagreement, closing the gap. Stop trying to move mountains when you can't even move your shoes. How do we rebuild a credit score? We don't buy a mansion. We get a small credit card and we pay off a $5 lunch. We need to make microagreements. The mistake you make is setting the bar too high. You say, I will work out for an hour every day. That is a mansion-sized promise. When you fail, and you will because you have no credit, you damage your score further. Here is the strategy. The floor is low. I want you to make a promise so small it is insulting. I will do 1 push-up. I will read 1 page. I will drink 1 glass of water. This is the habit of self-trust in action. When you say you will do 1 push-up and you do it, you get a hit of dopamine. But more importantly, you register a win in your internal ledger. Your score goes up 1 point. Do this for 3 days. Your brain starts to think, hey, maybe this guy isn't a liar after all. He said he would do a push-up, and he did. You are retraining your brain to believe your own voice. You will feel a strange sense of calm. The anxiety of I have to do everything vanishes. You realize that consistency matters more than intensity. A small promise kept is worth infinitely more than a big promise broken. We are halfway through repairing your internal reputation. We have identified the integrity gap, and we have started filling it with microagreements. I want to pause here. If this concept of self-trust is hitting home for you, if you realize you've been overdrawing your internal bank account, I need you to subscribe to the channel. By subscribing, you are setting a flag in the ground. You are saying, I am ready to stop the cycle. If you want more short rituals like this, subscribe now and replay that microagreement tip every morning until it sticks. All right, let's move to the hardest part, the moment of negotiation. Section 3. The negotiation phase, delayed gratification. The moment you start negotiating with yourself, you have already lost. Here's the scenario. The alarm goes off. It is cold outside. Your bed is warm. In that split second, a voice in your head starts talking. 5 more minutes won't hurt. I'll work out tonight instead. I had a hard day yesterday. This is the negotiation. People with high self-trust do not negotiate with themselves. The decision was made last night. The execution happens this morning. There is no meeting in the middle. This is where the delayed part of our title comes in. You must delay the comfort. I want you to use a technique called the 5-second override. When you feel the urge to negotiate, count backwards 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then physically move. Why backwards? Because counting forwards is open-ended. 1, 2, 3, you can go to 1,000,000. But 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. It's a launch sequence. It shuts down the prefrontal cortex logic that's trying to talk you out of it. You are treating your feelings as suggestions, not commands. When you win that 5-second battle, you feel like a warrior. You walk into your day knowing that you defeated your own weakness. That is a high that no drug can give you. That is the feeling of self-trust returning. Section 4. The Comeback Architecture. Environment. You cannot build a new life in the ruins of your old habits. We talked about the mind. Now let's talk about the room. If you are trying to quit sugar, but there are cookies on the counter, you are relying on willpower. Willpower is a battery. It runs out. Self-trust is about being smart enough to know you will be weak. This is the habit of self-trust applied to your environment. If you don't trust yourself to wake up, put the alarm clock in the bathroom. You have to get up to turn it off. If you don't trust yourself to focus, put the phone in a lockbox. You are architecting your life so that the right choice is the easiest. You are protecting your future self from your present weakness. This isn't cheating. This is a strategy. The person who looks like they have iron discipline usually just has a better system. They don't fight the cookies, they just don't buy them. Your life becomes smoother. You stop fighting these mental battles 10 times a day. You save your energy for the work that actually matters. The wrap-up and final challenge. We have journeyed through the wreckage of broken promises and found a way out. The habit of self-trust is not about being perfect. It is about being reliable. It is about knowing that when you speak, your reality obeys. We talked about the internal credibility score. We talked about microagreements. We talked about killing the negotiation. You are the captain of this ship. For a long time, you have let the crew run wild, but today, the captain is back on the bridge. Here is your simple daily practice to start immediately. Tonight, before you sleep, write down one thing you will do tomorrow, just one, and make it non-negotiable. I will make my bed. Do it. Then look in the mirror and say, I trust you. It starts with one promise. Thank you for listening. Keep climbing. Grow to the top. This is not the full picture yet. Subscribe to continue with the remaining habits.